traveled so far to be here to celebrate Elizabeth and Jonathan. My name is Risa. I am Elizabeth's maid of honor, and I had the privilege of being her roommate last year. The first time I met Elizabeth, I could see the joy of the Lord in every part of her. Her kind and welcoming smile drew me in, and I knew her friendship would be one that I thank the Lord will extra for. Elizabeth and I have shared so many sweet memories throughout our friendship, but my favorite times have been our meaningful and life-giving conversations. Elizabeth is quick to listen and slow to speak. She has been a listening ear, a source of encouragement, and a genuine sister in Christ. Now, if you know Elizabeth, you know about Jonathan. While rooming with Elizabeth, I've witnessed firsthand the beautiful love Jonathan and Elizabeth have for one another. Not a day went by I didn't hear about one of Jonathan's loving gestures. Whether it was a sweet note left for her, a cute date planned, a thoughtful just because I love you bouquet, Jonathan brings out a side of Elizabeth that makes Elizabeth even more her, more bubbly, more graceful, and more sweet. And it is evident that Elizabeth loves him so by the way that she lights up every time she talks about him, exemplifying a glimpse of Christ's love for his people. Jonathan and Elizabeth, as you start this next chapter, may God grant you both the wisdom to live a harmonious and joyful life together, the strength to navigate life's challenges, and the love that will overflows to bless all who know you. May the Lord bless you, may he keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious to you, turn his face towards you, and give you peace for all the days to come. Congratulations, guys.
Well done. All right, set up. Michael, come on up, our best man.
Good evening. Hi everybody, I'm Michael. I am the best man for Jonathan, and I just want to thank you all for coming here tonight to celebrate them. I couldn't be more happier to be up here, to be honest with you. It's just a big honor for me, so I just want to say that. A little bit about the backstory between me and Jonathan. From a very early age, I always wanted a brother. As I got older, I realized that probably wouldn't happen. I was resolved to the fact that I'd be stuck with just a sister. Just kidding, I love my sister. One summer evening when I was 12 years old, my parents said that they had some exciting news. And I said, oh great, we're going on vacation. Awesome. No, they continued, we will be adding another member to our family this coming March. I was really upset. I was so used to it only being the 4 Mercurios, so I went to my room and sulked. Things would never be the same. My dad came in and said it was God's plan for this child to be in our family, and that it would be an amazing experience. When you're older, the age gap will not seem so big. I thought about it some more and warmed up to the idea that it could be amazing having a brother, and I always wanted one. I started dreaming about who this baby could be, and if it was a boy, I would teach him all the cool things I had learned in my 12 years of life. I even made a player in Madden for him. He was the fullback, and he was unstoppable. Fast forward a few months, and I got the call while at a wrestling match that my mom had gone into labor. I promptly pinned my kid, and my uncle brought me home. As soon as I saw Jonathan in my mom's arms, I knew we would be best buds. As he grew, I enjoyed teaching him what I knew. How to run routes in football, how to take down a foe with decisive action. More on that later. Introduced him to my favorite music, among other things. It was easy to see that from a very early age he had a heart of gold. I'm not sure that all of you know the story, but last night my parents shared it, that God told my father that he was going to have a son, and that his name would be Jonathan, and he would be strong of heart. And that couldn't be further from the truth. I'm sorry. Just a joke. That is the truth. You got it. Michael. All the little kids loved him because he was so kind to them. I'm sure a lot of you who know him have seen him sit with people, introduce himself to people. He loves to know everybody. He's the mayor, but more importantly, he just makes people feel loved. Another instance about how amazing my brother is, he was picked on by this one particular bully in school, and the kid would be kicking him in the back mercilessly. So I got a hold of this story, and I took him out to the backyard, and I said, listen, let me just show you what you'll do. You'll go up to this kid the next day at school, and hey, how's it going? And jam your knee right into his solar plexus, right? He won't mess with you anymore. I looked at my brother, and he started crying, and I said, Jonathan, why are you crying? And he said, I don't want to hurt him. And I was like, man, this kid is just too good. Even though he was my little brother, I always looked at him like he was much closer to me in age. I greatly admired his kind and gentle spirit and his love for the Lord. One time when we were at Timothy Hill Camp, me and some of the other counselors thought it'd be a good idea to prank the young kids by telling them that there was Red Goat Man on the roof. So one of the kids jumped up on there and was banging on the rooftop, and we were banging doors, and they were all getting freaked out. My brother, who didn't even really know how to play guitar, took a guitar that he found somewhere and just started singing "How Great Is Our God." And he calmed all the kids because he didn't want them to be afraid. Jonathan is a true man of God, and is evident with how he acts every day and how easily he shares the gospel with people. In 2017, I got married and asked Jonathan to be my best man. It's truly an honor for me to ask him, and he proved to be an incredible asset to my wedding party. Jonathan's speech was absolutely legendary, and I still get people coming up to me over 9 years later saying how incredible it was. As he entered high school, I watched him continue to grow into an amazing man. While at Center Riches, he played football and baseball and was constantly regarded as an incredible teammate. Always encouraging others, he earned the respect of all the older and younger classmates alike. I'll never forget that 2 kids approached me in the gym the year after Jonathan graduated and told me how much of an impact he had made on them. Truly speaks volumes about a man's character when you hear about it from his peers. Jonathan was also very involved in our church youth group, playing on the worship team and ministering to others. So he graduated from Center Riches with A+ grades, took on a heavy workload, he excelled at everything he did, took some advanced classes, and off to Liberty he went. And I knew he would continue to grow in his faith and mature, as this would be the first time away from home. And I thought to myself, maybe he will meet his wife there. Who knows? Now, Elizabeth enters the story. I first found out about this lovely lady from my mom. She said to me, there's a sweet girl at Liberty who has piqued your brother's interest. Quote unquote. Jonathan, similarly to his older brother, never had a real girlfriend before college, so I was excited to hear the news. I said, where's she from, Ma? Virginia, she replied. I said, wow, she's from Virginia, that's amazing. Southern Belle. I can envision Elizabeth being a great girlfriend for my brother. But we'll see. See if she passes the older brother protective test. Elizabeth came up to New York to visit, and she was a real pleasure. Seeing her and my brother together, I knew they had something very special. As we got to see them together over the next few years, I always saw how they prayed and read scripture together, encouraged and built one another up. All amazing attributes for a potential spouse. In speaking with him, he told me that he had found the one. And I said, you sure about that? And he said, yeah. And I said, if I was you, I'd spring for the ring, capiche? Well, he didn't let the grass grow under his feet. He made it official, and it was very evident to me that they were so very happy. Sorry, almost done. soon as Jonathan graduated, he hit the ground running, working very long hours at Ocean Electric and Gold Coast Ballet to save up as much money as humanly possible to get married and start a life with Elizabeth. He even stopped spending money on any food and ate my parents out of house and home in the process. But seriously, I'm so proud of how hard he worked and how he had a goal and was willing to do anything to achieve the ultimate prize. Life together is going to be incredibly exciting in this new season. You're entering the honeymoon phase. A truly incredible time, and you will always look back on it fondly. Once you return, though, it's real life, which is also incredible, but not without its challenges. If I could offer any advice, it would be the following. Always put God first. Everything else will fall into place, just like Pastor said. Never let the sun go down on your anger. Not only is it the godly thing to do, but it will save you a lot of ajita. That's a New York word, for anybody who doesn't know. Ajita. Be quick to forgive. Don't let walls or bitterness or resentment build. It's okay to be wrong. We all do it. So just admit it. Another one I just learned, I heard a gentleman in the gray coat over there told me, don't let the women hold the money. I don't know if that's true. He just told me that, so I agree with him. Just kidding. Finally, if you don't know what to do, ask God for help. He will always provide wisdom for those who ask. So, as I bring this speech to a close, I would like to say to Jonathan that I'm not only your older brother, but also your landlord, and I want to be paid on the first of every month. But more importantly, I am your friend. And I'm so excited to have you back in New York, and I can't wait for our relationship to continue to grow. And I'm so excited for you, Elizabeth, to have you as a part of the family and as a new sister. Dad was right. The age gap is not so big after all. And I wish you and Elizabeth a happy, prosperous, and fruitful marriage. May God continue to bless both of you. Cheers.